Hello and welcome. This is the weekly CBDC news ticker brought to you by Chananet. I'm James Shaw and I will be your host.
Here is the latest about CBDC deployment in India.
Hello, here is our weekly update on the status of the digital rupee. The Reserve Bank of India, RBI, announced a progress update on their CBDC, seeing over 50,000 users and 5,000 merchants join in less than 2 months. Currently, 5 cities are participating in the pilot, with 9 cities to join over the following year. 8 banks have handled nearly 800,000 digital rupee transactions so far, with a further 5 banks to participate soon. The central bank has closed the pilot program to new users, with vacancies to open in the coming months. The RBI has also announced their second global hackathon, Harbinger 2023. 4 problem statements have been identified, exploring CBDC use cases, including transactions in offline mode, increasing throughput and scalability of blockchains. That's all about India for today.
Here is the latest about CBDC deployment in Russia.
Hello viewers, here is the digital ruble update. The Russian central bank is preparing to start the first consumer pilot of the digital ruble on April 1. The first stage of the pilot is planned to involve 13 local banks, several merchants, and a select group of customers. Exchange of the digital ruble for foreign currency, and the opening of wallets for non-residents could happen from 2024. That's all about the Russian digital ruble for today.
Here is the latest about CBDC deployment in the United Arab Emirates.
Hello there again. This is an update on the status of CBDC deployment in the United Arab Emirates. The Central Bank of the UAE launched the Financial Infrastructure Transformation Program, FIT, to accelerate digital transformation in the UAE financial services sector. As part of the project, a central bank digital currency will be set up. Digital KYC will be used, open finance standards will be adopted, a solid infrastructure for an instant payments platform will be built, and subtech will be used for the regulators. The retail CBDC deployment will be used to pay for goods and services within the UAE. The wholesale CBDC deployment will focus on cross-border services and money transfers. No date has been set for the launch of the CBDC, but the Central Bank of the UAE wants the project completed by 2026. That's all about the status of CBDC deployment in the United Arab Emirates for today.
Here is the latest about CBDC deployment in Ukraine.
Here is an update on the status of the Ukrainian e-hryvnia. The Ukrainian Ministry of Digital Transformation is speeding up the development of the e-hryvnia. The government is in talks with the National Bank of Ukraine, NBU, and businesses to test the digital currency this year. At first, it was planned to test the digital currency in 2024. The NBU's Strategy 2025 includes plans to introduce a CBDC, as well as make Ukraine the best crypto jurisdiction in the world. That's all for today about Ukraine's CBDC deployment.
Here is the most recent information on CBDC deployment in Japan.
Hello again. Here is the latest news from Japan on the digital yen. In April 2022, the Bank of Japan said it would start a pilot program to test how well the digital yen could work technically. The pilot will have 2 main goals: to test the technical feasibility that was not fully covered by the first 2 proofs of concept, and to use the skills and knowledge of private businesses to design a CBDC ecosystem in case the government decides to issue a CBDC. At first, transactions will be simulated in a test environment, and the project's scope will grow over time. The BOG will set up a CBDC forum and invite private businesses that deal with retail payments or technologies related to them to join. This is all for this week. I hope you like our broadcast and see you again next week with our update on the latest developments in central bank digital currency and innovations in finance. This is the Chananet CBDC News Update, and I am James Shaw. Have a great week.